peep this, family. The largest gold producing country. I'm looking at them. Out of the first five, four of them in Africa. The number one is Ghana. The word Ghana means gold anyway. Plus, they used to call the west coast of Africa the Gold Coast. You know what I mean? So it'll be easy. Okay, this is where the gold is. You see what I'm saying? But I'm sitting here looking, and 2019 surveys is saying China is the largest producer of gold. And so I thought about it. I said, hold on, let me look this up. The Chinese is all in Africa. But the first five, I think, is Ghana, uh, Burkina Faso, um, South Africa, and there was another one. And I'm gonna go to it in a minute anyway. But I'm gonna read this right quick before we go to that. Gold has been making consistent gains in 2019 so far, reaching its highest not seen in over 3 years. The lowest came, the lowest price of gold came this year in the beginning of 2019, and the highest level of gold came August 2019, as the U.S. and China experienced greater and greater than unusual tensions. Uh, Additionally, global gold demand increased 4% in 2018, according to the World Gold Council. Last year, the gold mine production worldwide was estimated to be approximately 33,260 tons, which is an increase from 2017, which was 3,230 tons, based on the numbers reported by U.S. Geological Surveys. So, before we go to the next page, they in Africa, and then the U.S. and China got this tension, but the U.S. China is in Africa getting all the gold. So now we know what y'all plan is. Y'all build a couple of roads, you know what I mean? Fix up a couple little buildings or whatever. But then you get a gold in return. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with the diamonds. You see what I'm saying? But I want to go to this other piece of the article right quick. But what we looking at is the most gold producing countries. And when I seen China, I said, what? I said, what? Okay, these are the world 10 largest gold mines. We're going to look at, so if you got a chain on, hold on, I'm going to get into that in a minute. Baby's running in and out. And then it got Australia. Another thing, before I even talk about that, it got Australia and Russia on here. You see what I'm saying? That's why those countries, see, y'all got to understand, the people, white people that's in Australia are from Europe or from England. The same thing in South Africa. Them boys, they brothers. You see what I'm saying? How is Australia on the largest gold? I know it's some gold in Australia. You see what I'm saying? I know it's some gold in Australia, but not like in Africa though. You see, but they in both places. So now the 2019 got Australia, China, Russia, and Canada. Now Canada is America. How America got crumbs of gold. You see what I'm saying? I want to grab this real quick because I got to show y'all this real quick. But I know it's Burkina Faso. Ghana was number one. And when Ghana was number one, I know Burkina Faso was on there. South Africa was on there for gold and diamond. Okay, here we go right here. Okay, it's South Africa. It's Ghana, South Africa, Burkina Faso. Let's get the last one because I want to make sure. And Guinea. Guinea. Now the first, let's go to the top 10. Now listen to this, y'all. Out of the most gold producing countries, out of the top 10, 9 of them is in Africa. South Africa, Tanzania, Mali, Burkina Faso, Zimbabwe, Guinea. Let's get this right. Because I want to make sure I get y'all some more of these. But you get the point. So basically, if you got a gold chain on or got some diamonds on, your wedding ring, you know, any little gifts you done got that's gold, that's coming from Africa. You see what I'm saying? That's coming from Africa. The raw gold is coming from Africa. You see what I'm saying? But see, we don't know the extent of these imports and exports that's coming in and out of Africa. If you look at Africa on the map, man, y'all got to get a map. And you see the little lines on the map. Most of the lines on them are the imports and exports. Most of the lines on the map that's coming from Africa is stuff that's leaving out. You see what I'm saying? You rarely see the little lines coming in. You see what I'm saying? You mostly see the lines leaving out, going all over the world. So Africa feeding the world more than in one way. And we'll get into all the African resources. We ain't gonna get into that. We on gold right now. Because I was fitting to get into it. Listen to this. Having a rich natural resource such as gold truly can change the livelihood of the people in Africa. Not has been in expectation for a number of years. A number of these countries have precious resources. Some of these countries have been mining gold for centuries, while others have just beginning to touch this precious metal. For this writing, we will begin major producing gold in Africa, some of these known for powerhouses in gold mining, while others just are beginning the journey in major producing. Here we'll be discussing some more major bearing of the regions of Africa with large producing gold mines, account for the major production in these countries. One thing we have concerned, these countries have vast gold resources and will be able to produce millions and millions of ounces of gold in the coming year. Good gracious. So they're expecting millions and millions of ounces of gold. That's tons and thousands of tons of gold to come out of Africa and to go into Russia, China, Australia. You see what I'm saying? Into all of these foreign countries, and then they come to you talking about some foreign aid. We don't need no foreign aid. Quit stealing our resources out of Africa, and we'll be okay. If we did honest trade with the world, Africa would be so rich. I'm talking about, and it's rich anyway. But see, we got to learn. We need the equipment in Africa so we can mine it ourselves. We don't need to be borrowing equipment from them, because they're going to charge you absorbent rates, or going, 80% of the claim, the gold come up out this claim, going to go, to me. You know what I'm saying? And it might be one family, what I'm saying, with the bulldozers over there, and they got 50 African families over there working the mine, and they extracting that gold, and they get pennies on the dollar for doing that. And some of the gold mine might be thousands and thousands of feet. And in a minute, I'm going to look up these diamonds. But I wanted to separate the two so we'll know. You see? So we'll know more about, our resources that's in our homeland, family, and where's all our stuff going. You see what I'm saying? It's going into Europe. It's going into Europe. It's going into all of Russia and all these foreign ass places. Our resources is not staying at home and being used for the people that it belongs to. But they'll show you poor African people, this, that, and the third. Now, in 2018, the gold mine producing like 3,332 tons. This is up to a figure of percentage that was previously the year larger than the year before and the year before. Growth in the last 4 years, according to the GFMS Gold Survey in 2019, driving up gold sales with increased gold production in Argentina, Russia, coming from the continent of Africa and West Africa, Mali. You see what I'm saying? As they taking it right out of Africa and going into other lands with it. This year in 2019, the gold coming from Africa will spike up to 5 tons. You see what I go up 5 more tons. You see what I'm saying? So instead of 3,000, what was it? 332, 3,360. It'll be 3,365. You talking about 5 extra tons? You know how many millions and millions of dollars that is. So we got to keep our eye on our resources, man. We gonna come back. See all these subjects we doing. We gonna come back to them. You see what I'm saying? We gonna go into the diamonds in a minute. Y'all like, subscribe, hit that little button, chop out.